Hello friends and neighbors, welcome to Gentry Vintage. I'm Josh, your host. I hope this video finds you well. Well, today we're going to do a review slash first impressions on LowCountry's PD. Yeah, it's a strange name. We'll get into that in a second. If I recall, LowCountry is the name of the brick and mortar store in South Carolina for smoking pipes, or Ladisi. I don't even know how you pronounce that word. But I think that's their brick and mortar store is LowCountry. But this will be the first LowCountry blend that I have tried. I mean, it's Cornell and Deal, but still. This is a new release as of the making of this video. It just came out this week. And I'll be totally honest, me and Paladin Piper were talking the other day. The fact that it's got the word P in it is a little off-putting. Yeah. Yeah, we had a fun little conversation about that. But as you can see, I have not opened it yet. I just said on my last video that I don't really like doing first impressions because, for one, I feel like you never get the true flavors out of it because whatever you smoked last in the pipe, you know, it may not be a blend that ghosts, but it's still going to leave a little bit of something in there. And yeah. And I honestly don't remember the last thing I smoked out of this pipe. We're smoking it in my 7LE Bing's favorite, by the way. One of my favorite pipes as well. And I have not smoked this pipe in a couple weeks, and I can't remember what I had in it last. So let's pop this open. This blend is... wow, caught a whiff of that as soon as I opened it. This blend is, it says heirloom white and dark burleys with a little bit of St. James Perique and matured red and bright Virginias. It's supposed to be more of a burley dominant blend from what I understand. And that's what intrigued me about it. I'm not gonna lie, I watched a couple reviews on this already, and that's what made me decide to buy it. As I said, the word P in it kind of is off-putting, but when I watched the reviews on it already and read up on it a little bit, it seems to be a burley dominant blend, and me being a burley guy, I had to try it. PD, by the way, is a river that runs through, I know it runs through South Carolina. I think it runs through parts of North Carolina as well, if I recall. Yes, interesting. The first thing that stands out to me is like a cocoa smell. Like, definitely. I don't remember if it said this actually has a topping on it, but most definitely, that's weird. If you've ever smoked London Burley, which is not a Cornell and Deal product, it's a McBaron product, or was. It reminds me of that tin note. Interesting. Hopefully you can see that all right. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of is London Burley, which kind of has a chocolate cocoa topping on it. Nice ribbon cut. It's not wet, which is a plus. Let's load it up and give her a go. Hope I don't drop half of it on the table. It was raining just a minute ago. Now it looks like the sun just came back out. You know, the sun was kind of out while it was raining. Probably upper 70s, low 80s right now. It's kind of humid though today. I have not. We have been so busy at work this week. I have not even shaved this week. I literally just get up in the mornings, take a quick shower, jump back into work, come home, try to relax a little bit, take a shower, go to bed, eat supper, go to bed, whatever. I haven't even shaved this week, and it's driving me nuts. I don't think I could be one of those people to grow a beard or a mustache because it drives even the hair on my head. When it starts growing out, it starts itching me. But if I can get the lid back on, there we go. All right, Petey from LowCountry. We're gonna give her a go and see what she's like. I was gonna do my review after I'd smoked a bowl or two of this, but it showed up earlier today, and I was excited to try it, and I figured I'd share that with y'all. I don't know how much Perique's in here, but I definitely tasted the Perique right off the bat there. One thing I've noticed about Perique is a lot of times in a blend, the Perique for some reason tones down as you smoke through it, and I don't know why that is. Kind of a cocoa Perique. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know why that is, because for some reason it seems like when you first light it, the Perique's the strongest off the first few hits, off of it, and as you kind of smoke down, it kind of tones down. I don't know why that is. Even with like a Elizabethan mixture is a vapor that I like, and even in that, I've noticed as you get down towards halfway, and then the rest of it kind of really kind of tapers off. Okay. I should have turned the fan on over there. All right. Very interesting to have kind of a cocoa flavor with the Perique. That's a new one for me. Off the top of my head, I don't remember ever smoking a blend that was that kind of had a chocolate cocoa flavor and had Perique in it. Okay. Definitely getting a little bit of the Virginias right there. I'm tasting the red Virginia, but I get a little bit of that grassy, bright Virginia in there too. On a side note, has anybody tried the chicken strips from McDonald's? I actually, a couple weeks ago, tried those and was actually surprised. I just assumed they'd taste like their chicken nuggets, and they actually taste nothing like their chicken nuggets. If I didn't know they were from McDonald's, if somebody just set them in front of me, if I never had them, I've never guessed they were from McDonald's. They're actually pretty good. The wife hates McDonald's, and she tried them and actually likes them. But I had some of those for lunch a few minutes ago. That's the only reason I thought about that. All right, getting a little of the burley there. Kind of got that earthy, little bit of earthy nuttiness in there. So far, first impression of this is it seems to be very well blended, like everything blends well together. Or everything seems to play well together, I guess. I love it when you have something where it's one thing for a component to kind of take the lead role, I guess, in a blend, but I don't like it when you have something that has 3 or 4 different components and there's one component in there that just really in your face. If you're going to use 3 or 4 different components in a blend, I like them to at least kind of mesh well together, kind of blend. I like the complexity of trying to distinguish what is what, and not, you know, bam, there's Burley's, so where's everything else at? Or, you know, there's Dark Fire, or there's Perique, but where's the Red Virginia? Or, you know, I like to kind of, I like to hunt for the flavors, but I like it when they kind of blend. I don't like it when something's just overpowering and drowns everything out. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And this kind of seems to be that way. It seems like everything just kind of meshes well together. Wish I'd have brought something to drink out here with me. My inability to burp is aggravating me since I just ate. So there's definitely a kind of chocolatey cocoa taste in there, but it's not overpowering. It's pleasant, but it definitely doesn't overpower the blend. It's not like an aromatic kind of topping in any way, shape, or form. I'm not even sure what this classifies as. It's most definitely not an aromatic. I guess this would be a Virginia Burley blend. Not really sure. The Perique, as I said earlier, the Perique is already toned down in it. It's there, but it's not overly pronounced. Not bad. Not bad at all. Pat, old Paladin Piper, I think you might actually like this, buddy. I know we were talking about it and joking about it the other day, but I think you might actually like this. My understanding, this is not a limited edition blend. This is something that went into full, production, and so it will be available. It's not one of those, it sells out and then you're not gonna get no more. Also known as a limited production. This is not a limited run. Yeah, I think you might like this, Pat. It's interesting. I wouldn't necessarily say this is a complex blend, but it really reminds me of if you took London Burley and added an extra. I'd have to go back and look, but I'm fairly certain that London Burley has some Virginias in it. Um, but if you took London Burley and added some more Virginia and a touch of Perique, I feel like this is kind of what that would taste like. I don't know if I just said this earlier or if I was just thinking it, but I believe they said that the nicotine is kind of a mild to medium. Uh, so far, I would definitely say it's a mild. It is a pleasant blend. It's not it's not strong, bold, in your face. Um, I definitely, as of right now, I would not put this in a like a medium strong, medium bold strength category. I would put this kind of between a mild and a medium, more mild than medium on the flavor end of things. Definitely getting a little bit of the earthy, uh, kind of nutty, burly flavors in here that I love so much. Um, I get just a little bit of the citrusy, kind of grassy out of the bright Virginia here. Um, and it's hard to tell. I'm trying to figure out if I'm tasting more of that kind of, sometimes Perique might give you a little bit of a fruity note in a way. I'm trying to figure out if I'm really tasting the red Virginia or if I'm tasting the Perique. Could be a little bit of both. It's not wet to the touch, but obviously, as you can tell as I relight it, it's a little moist. A little moister than I would like it to be. I'm sure if I wasn't sitting there babbling, it'd stay lit better, of course. But this is very pleasant. I like this. Will I buy more of this? I had to think on that, to be honest with you. It's good, but I'd like to spend a little more time with it and really decide if this is something I'd like to keep in my rotation. Is it unique enough that I would want to purchase more? That's what I need to figure out. I like the kind of cocoa and a little bit of a kind of a fruity touch in there. Like I said, I think that fruity note's coming out of the Perique in the red Virginia, but it blends well with that cocoa flavor, which might sound a little weird, but it does. Kind of that dark fruit and cocoa taste. So I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say, is this something I'm gonna stockpile in the cellar kind of blend? No. Is this something that I might get a couple tins of to have one in a jar I'm smoking on and maybe another one in the cellar? Probably, yeah. I could definitely see smoking through a jar of this and probably having another one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what benefit aging would do to this. It might age well. I don't know. Burley seems to be a little bit of the most dominant flavor in here. I don't. With that said, I'll probably buy another 10 of this specifically to put in the cellar, because it would be nice to see how this ages, and it might be even more gooder. But yeah, I think I would keep this in a jar in my rotation blends, and keep another one in the cellar as well. Right now, it's not something I'm going to go buy 10 tins of it and stockpile it. But yeah, I could see it being something that I'll keep on hand, that I'll occasionally, grab. But I don't know. As I smoke it more, I might change my mind. I might come to like it even more, or just kind of be so-so. I definitely don't dislike it. It is good. And this was just, according to the date on the bottom of this was just tinned last month, so it's extremely fresh. It was tinned 5/25/25 to be exact. I definitely recommend picking up a tin of this for sure. It the Perique is at this point virtually non-existent, which I kind of expected. From what I can tell, the room note's good. I'm catching a whiff of something here that's kind of sweet, and I believe that's what I'm smelling. But yeah, I like it. Like I said, I'll jar the rest of this one up and probably buy another one and put it in the cellar. And if I go through it quick, I'll pop the other one and put another one in the cellar, or whatever. But yeah, so I like it. And like I said, Pat, I think you would enjoy this. It's not as burley dominant as I expected it to be. From the talk of it, it sounded like it was really, really burley forward from a couple things that I read. But burley is most definitely noticeable, but it's not as burley dominant as I expected. Like I said, it's everything kind of meshes well in here. I'd definitely recommend giving it a try for sure. Yeah. Well, I don't think there's much else to say about this. It's I appreciate blends like this to where I can sit here and just pick out all the different flavors. I do really appreciate that. And one thing that I really like about this that I forgot to mention is the burley that I'm tasting in here is not at all that typical green, typical Cornell and Deal burley that I mentioned in my last video. Not at all. I'm not getting that green. As I referenced before, the when you eat a banana that's still green and it's got that just sharp, bitter, that's what I get out of a lot of the Cornell and Deal burleys, and I'm not getting that in here. But yeah, I'm liking this. My resident fly is back. I think we went through this before there, buddy. Anyway, kids, that's about all I got to say about this one. If you're interested, pick you up a 10 of this and see what you think. If you've tried this already, put down in the comments, let me know what your opinion is. But I appreciate everybody watching, and I'm gonna finish the rest of this, and I might go in the house and get the wife to try it and see what she thinks about it, if I can get her to try it. These days, she most of the time just only smokes Carter Hall, which I can't blame her. I mean, it's one of my favorite blends, but I can't even hardly get her to try anything else nowadays. She loves Carter Hall so much. But with that said, I guess I'll end her here. But until next time, I wish blessings for all and lots of luck to you and yours.